What's up everybody, how are y'all doing today? This is the next kind of big hitter guide. This is the guide for Tracer. So Tracer is easily one of the most agile champions in the game. Aside from maybe Genji. Genji's very agile as well. But Tracer, let's go through her abilities first, okay? Tracer's interesting. Tracer is a very low HP champion, but has a lot of sustain. So, if you take damage, her E, which is called Recall, or Recall, however you want to pronounce it, it basically brings you back to a previous location about 3 seconds or so ago, and also brings you back to the same health you had at that point. But note, it will not take away health, it'll only ever add health. So if you get a health pack and then use your E, you won't lose the health you just picked up. Okay. Her pulse pistols, her main attack, they are very high rate of, they have a very high rate of fire. They're not very accurate at long range though, so she wants to be kind of close range. That does depend though on the target. Like in that kind of situation there, where they haven't got anywhere to run, then it's kind of okay, because, you know, wherever they move, if they strafe left and right, they're only going to be in the same, they're still going to be in the same area where the pistols are firing anyway, so it's okay. Also, with Winston in this game, he's someone I want to talk about, because Winston is someone who loves to be right up on top of the person he's trying to kill, but Tracer is able to easily just get away from him because of all the blinks. So, with someone as big a target as Winston, you want to be far away, but not too far away, because obviously Winston's main attack only has a certain amount of range. His Tesla gun only has a certain amount of range, so you can easily be out of that range but still be very, very effective against him. So you can see here he's used his ultimate, and basically I'm just able to sit back here and just poke him with damage. Eventually, when it wears off in a second here, just there, I'm able to sit back here and you can see here I'm still getting headshots, and he isn't even able to, even if he was focusing me from that range, he wouldn't be able to hit me because that's just not within his range of attack. So yeah, I played one practice game before I played this game, and in that game we were against a Mei, and Mei is an interesting champion for Tracer to play against, because Tracer, it can go either way. With most champions in this game, there's not a hard counter. There's people who have an advantage in certain situations, but there's not really a hard counter. Mei is interesting because Mei can either steamroll Tracer or get steamrolled by Tracer. Tracer can easily dodge. She can use her blinks to dodge Mei's main attack, or she can use her E. Now what you saw me do there was use my ultimate, was my pulse bomb, which that was a bad use of it, being honest. That was I kind of just tossed it out there because I saw Zarya. So normally what you'd want to do is, if there's an area, for instance this is a payload map, once they capture the point they have to bring a payload. So once you get a payload, it's good practice to be able to use your blink, go from far away, dive right onto the payload, and put your bomb there. Then you'll see there I picked up health and used my E to get back out into the fight, but I didn't lose the health that I just picked up. So that's incredibly important for Tracer, because it means you're able to get back in the fight, and even if you want to just get health and get out, say if the health is surrounded by enemies or something, you want to get it and you want to get out. It's risky, I wouldn't recommend doing it, but you can do it because you can get out. Now here, I tried to escape because they're all on the point now. I got stuck on a wall. So that's one thing to note. When you're playing Tracer, if you're on a ledge and you blink, you're not affected by gravity. So you'll blink in a straight line no matter what. You'll only be affected by gravity if you leave a little time between the blinks. Because when you're blinking, you are staying at the same height, same distance from the ground. But if you blink and then stop, then blink, you will, for the time you're not blinking, you'll be affected by gravity. So that's something to note if you're going to go from ledge to ledge. Now, Tracer, I'm actually pretty happy because in my level 40 loot box, I got got one of the Tracer legendary skins. I got the punk skin, which I would have liked the other one actually, the kind of other version of it, but you know, not gonna complain. I got it for free. Now here you can see I do something kind of silly here. So I just think, okay, I'm gonna get my health back, but I forgot there's a Zarya there, and Zarya almost killed me. Now I tried to get the health pack here. There's a health pack behind me, but someone had already taken it, and that's why it's so important to know where the health packs are, because had it been there, I would have killed Tracer, because I would have known it was there and could have been able to not have to look for it, just known where it was. And Tracer chased me forever. Like, that was, I was legitimately sitting in my chair freaking out because Tracer was like, look at my health, I have 11 health. Like, she almost killed me. But Tracer, that's one thing I was saying at the start. Tracer only has 150 health. Tracer was one of the champions that Widowmaker could one-shot before the nerf. So she's one of the lowest HP champions in the whole game. And that's why you need to keep mobile. Because your greatest asset as Tracer is to keep mobile and basically stop your enemies from being able to hit you. Because if they can't hit you, they can't damage you. So yeah, it's important to keep it a good distance. And also, if you see there, you know, Winston was being healed by... okay, I killed myself there. No, sorry. I knew it coming off. I killed myself. That's the thing you don't want to do, because your pulse bomb will kill you. And I was trying to do my E, but I think my E was on cooldown. I don't know why I wasn't... I think it was on cooldown. And so what I was trying to do was I was trying to basically stick the bomb to Winston, which the bomb will stick to someone. And it'll, you know, basically ensure that they'll die, because I don't know how much damage it does exactly, but it'll kill most people with one hit if you use the pulse bomb on them. So I was trying to stick the pulse bomb to him and then dash away and, you know, live a happy life and all. But I dashed. I only had one dash available and I dashed onto my bomb. So, yeah, Tracer is someone you definitely have to play a bit to get used to. But I think, generally, if you're good at someone like Genji, for instance, you'll be good at Tracer. And that's the same way with a lot of champions in this game. If you're good at one, they all overlap to a certain extent with another champion. So yeah, you can see I'm like, Tracer isn't really a front line. She can kind of be a bit of a scout in the front line, but not an actual front line. Like here, I'm taking on Genji, and I do actually die because I once again wanted to press my E, but I just didn't for some reason. So that's one reason you don't want to be up front, because I think I got 2-shot by Genji. Now, being fair, Genji's attack throws 3 at a time, but I was killed by 2 clicks of the left mouse button by Genji. So that's something to be aware of. Yeah, so you want to be kind of... You can dive. Tracer's very good at chasing people. Like, I think you saw earlier on, I chased Symmetra. At the very start of the game, I chased Symmetra because Symmetra was just basically trying to be front line, which she shouldn't be doing either. But she was doing it, and I got some shots on from range. Then she tried to run away, and I just followed her and killed her. So, you can definitely chase, but make sure you're safe when you're doing it, because you're not a tanky champion. You're going to die very easily. And yeah, like, flanking and all is grand, but don't try and be a one-man wrecking crew in the front. First of all, because you're not even a man, you're a woman, but regardless. I'm sorry, that was a dumb joke. So what I did there, if I had aimed up a little bit more and stuck it to Winston, that would have been a good idea. That's what you want to try and do. And that's actually the only time I do it in this game. I wish I had recorded the practice game I had, because that was actually a really good game. But that's what you want to be doing. If there's a payload and there's people on it, they're all grouped up, because the payload's only so big, you know? So they're all grouped up, and what you want to try and do is dive on, Q, and then recall out. And basically that means you're safe, and you get back any healthy amount of lost when you dashed in. Obviously, it's not going to work all the time. There'll be times where you'll lose too much health, but in general, it will work. And you see there, I did the right thing. I checked ahead to see where Genji was, and I did manage to recall before he actually killed me. So, with all that said, that's a lot of information. I talked for like 9 minutes straight. With all that said, I hope this helps you learn how to play Tracer properly. I hope it improves your playthrough. And once again, if you haven't checked out my other guides, you can do that down below. And also, I'm going to plug this for the first time in a while. You can check my Twitter down below as well. I've been posting a lot of stuff there recently, and a lot of stuff that you might be interested in talking about, you know, just kind of fun topics and such. So, go follow me on Twitter down below. Go to my other videos in the link down below as well. And I will see you next time. If you have any guides you want to see, leave them down below, and I'll push them to the front of the line. And, you know, it'll all be great. So, with all that said, I've been John. You've been great. Bye-bye. Yesterday, last night, to be exact, last night Europe time, to be even more exact, Blizzard released I think it's called the Public Test Realm. And on this patch is contained the ranked system. Today is the guide for Widowmaker. Widowmaker is the long-range sniper who has a hit scan weapon, so there's no travel time or no gravity. Widowmaker got a nerf last Tuesday, and basically they reduced her damage.